Whenever you're ready. Did that crack?
It did. It went all the way through. That's great.
Got it.
I love that thing.
Got it. Ooh, another good one, right?
God.
So I have Katie back. We've done, this could be the 7th video?
Yeah.
Okay. Now Katie has her own playlist. That's how awesome her journey has been. And I think it's called Katie's Journey, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So she originally, here, you tell us, why did you come?
So, short version of the story is 20-something years ago, I broke my nose cheerleading. The girl shifted my nose over to the left.
No, she flew in the air, right?
Yes.
She was the flyer.
She was the flyer. She came down with the elbow. I was the back spot, and I just caught her with my face.
And the elbow kind of cracked you.
It came around, and it shifted my nose over. So I did have surgery on my nose to move the bridge back over, but everything else was completely collapsed in there, and everyone was just kind of like, eh. So I spent 20-something years not breathing through the left side of my nose whatsoever.
Zero breath.
Nothing.
Through the left nostril.
So I was a complete mouth breather, and I was like, okay, this is how I'm going to live my life. Fast forward to, it was last summer, I guess it was August.
Yeah.
You had put out a video saying that you wanted to add this technique to your business, the cranial facial technique, or cranial facial release. And I was like, yeah, let's try it. So the first time we did it, it took 5 attempts to get the balloon into the left side because that's how collapsed it was.
Yeah, we couldn't even get the balloon in place to do the balloon lift.
Yeah, it was tough.
I almost gave up because I was kind of new at the technique.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, they didn't teach us this in school.
Yeah.
They never taught us what to do when you can't get the balloon in there.
Right.
And then once we get the balloon, we still had challenges.
Yes. Yeah. So I want to say it was probably the second visit where it really broke through at that point. And you heard all the cracks and everything.
And yours bled the first time, too,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm. But you have to think, there was no movement whatsoever inside that side of the nostril.
Yeah.
So when you're moving things that haven't moved in forever, you're going to expect noises, maybe a little bit of blood. It wasn't like I was gushing blood or anything, but so we did all in total, I think, 6 sessions. And at this point, it's probably been, I don't know, I have no idea where I am half the time. It's probably been like 4 or 5 months since I've been back.
Let's see, so August, I think, is when you first came. So,
yeah.
September, October, November, December, January, February, March. It's been 7 months.
Right. So
which is good because we can hear the update now. What has happened in 7 months?
So at this point, I'm still able to breathe through the nostril.
On the left.
On the left side.
The right is no problem.
The right was fine, yeah. The left side, I can still breathe through it. It's fantastic. I sleep a lot better than I was before.
What would you say the range of breath on the left is now?
Where it was originally 0,
mm-hmm.
I want to say at this point I'm consistently at 80, 90, sometimes 100%, depending. And it's great because the days that I come to see you, that night I sleep better than I ever do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to do a little adjustment for you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably, I know you like the Y strap, so we'll do the Y strap today. Then we'll do cranial on the right, then the left,
mm-hmm.
and we'll just tune it up.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay, and it's been since your last one, it's been at least 3 months.
Yeah,
right?
I want to say, that's what I was trying to think. I want to say maybe November was the last
time?
I
see what you mean. Not since you started,
right?
But since the last
time, the last adjustment. Yeah.
Okay, great. So you're going to start face down. And put your nose right in that part of the table. And we'll do a little bit of a body adjustment on you. And then we'll go right into the cranial, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So for people watching, you have to go see what that first visit looked like. So it would be on the Katie playlist, number 1. I'll put the link in the description box below. I'll put all her video links there. But the first one specifically, that was tough.
Yeah.
A lot of comments that you got were like, oh my God, you're such a trooper, you're so great, because she had to fight through this very uncomfortable, kind of painful first visit, right?
Yeah.
It was not easy.
No, it's not a comfortable experience, but
Yeah.
again, you know, you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Here, turn your face this way so we can say that part again.
I said, you know, it's not necessarily a comfortable thing, but at the same time, it's, you know, I really had hope that what we were going to be able to achieve was me being able to breathe, you know, where I hadn't been able to breathe through that side of my nose.
Right. That's why I like putting these videos up. I mean, for different reasons. Excuse me. Back to center with your head. Is because I want people to see this for real, and they'll either say, I need to do that, or I should never do that. And if they never want to do it, fine. I don't want to talk anybody into it. Do you know what I mean? But if they have a sense that they need to get this done, then this could be a really good fit for them. I had it done, and I had kind of something similar where I couldn't breathe well. I could get some air, but maybe 30% air on my left side. And I wrestled and played rugby and played football, and I think I broke it before, you know, where I got it smashed up a little bit. And even in wrestling, you get these big cross faces across your face. People are always grinding your face in wrestling, and definitely get it cracked in rugby. But I just wanted them to get the job done. So, you know, my nose bled, and the doctor that was working on me, I just said, please just do it. Don't wimp out. Get the job done. And I did about 6 in the first 3 days, 6 rounds, because we were away for the weekend to study it. And I just said, do as much as you can. Just keep working on me. And I was a little puffy. I was sore. Even my teeth hurt, I remember. I don't know why, but the teeth even felt achy. And I think it's because it stretched the inside of my face so much that even that got sore. But guess what? I got 95% breathing on that side after 10 years of probably only 30% passageway on that side. So that's what I wanted. I didn't care if it was okay. So we're going to do this spot first, okay? Big breath in and blow it out. Got it.
Oh, God, that felt good.
Good. Lie on your back next. And put your legs out straight. Good. All right, Y-strap time.
Woohoo!
Big breath in. Good.
Ah, I love that thing. Whoever thought of that was a genius.
I think it was Dr. Pettibon.
Well, good job to Dr. Tenenbaum.
Pettibon.
Oh, Pettibon, so sorry.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Cipriano made this famous on YouTube, but I think Pettibon invented the Y-strap like 75 years ago or something, or 60 years ago, a long time ago.
Wow.
And it was rarely used by chiropractors. You know, you see it in some offices over the last 60 years. And then Dr. Cipriano, who's now in Florida and South Carolina, but he has over 1 million subscribers, I think 1.4 million subscribers on YouTube.
Crazy, yeah.
And he made it world famous.
Yeah, it's great.
Because he took like an obscure technique and ran with it.
Yeah.
And got really good at it. He's an expert. And put it up on YouTube and exploded that almost forgotten technique.
Right, that's great.
So Dr. Cipriano didn't invent it, but he made it well known.
Yeah, right.
And made it world known.
Yeah.
And he really did.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
Good. Now, I don't know if Dr. Pettibon invented it, but he was the first to really manufacture it.
Right.
So the only place you could find one is to go on to, and I think he called it Pettibon Systems. Was the name of his website back then. It was an early website. And that's where I got mine a couple years ago. It was from the Pettibon Systems website.
That's great.
And I would doubt that Dr. Pettibon's still alive at this point, because he's, you know, from that older, earlier generation, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, another good one, right?
Oh, God. This is so great.
Up here. I think I got that. So that part's done. Okay, so next, lie on your side facing me this way, please. And pull this top knee up and drop your head so it just kind of flops. Got it. Turn this way. Speaking of flops, we need Floppy.
Where is Floppy?
Hey, Roger, could you bring Floppy up?
I was going to say, that is essential to this whole thing.
All right, that one's done. Okay, so lie on your back. You're going to put this under your neck. So your neck can kind of float a little bit. And you're going to move some of this stuff over. We're waiting for Floppy to come on set.
I really have only been coming back for Floppy. That's the
I
secret.
think most people do. I mean, they definitely don't come back to see me, but probably Floppy. And let me just get this, bring it over. But Roger, can you bring Floppy?
Floppy's here.
Is Floppy here now? All right, here's a couple of tissues for you. Wait, give her Floppy.
We didn't want Floppy watching. I needed to hold him.
So we're going to start on the right side because I was taught by Dr. Torto, Del Torto, to start on the good side.
Right.
So, or the less challenged side.
Yeah.
So we're going to start on that side first. And here we go. Now there's allogels, that's what's around her nose. Whenever you're ready. Did that crack?
It did. It went all the way through. That's great. You know, my family thinks I'm a psycho because I keep coming back for this. And they're like, why do you want to have balloons shoved up your face with toothpicks? I'm like, it works. So.
Well, and you give them something to, to talk about on their Christmas newsletter.
Yeah. I told them I was coming back today. They're like, you need to get your head examined.
Well, at least you're getting your nose examined.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the other side. Ready?
I am ready.
Yeah. Let me start again. It's a little shut down. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got it.
Yeah, you're in.
All right, that was really rough. Sorry.
It's okay. Better than the first time.
Whenever you're ready. I got it on one.
Yep. Ah, shit, man. Ah, so good.
Oh.
Yep. There we go.
Did it bleed a little bit? Or?
No, I don't think so.
Here's more tissues, okay? So you want to sit up for a second. So here, look at me for a second. So there's 22 bones in the face with 64 different articulations. And one of the things that the balloon does is it mobilizes the cranial bones. It releases direct pressure on the brain by having your bones squeezed so tight in your face. It relieves the dural meningeal tension. And the dura is like the sac or sheath on top of our brain and spinal cord. So it releases some of the pressure around that. And think of the casing on a hot dog being too tight. And we sometimes feel that way where, like our brain and our skull is just too tight. It definitely opens breathing passageways. It will facilitate sinus drainage and Some of the people that would come for something like this have breathing problems, migraine headaches, sinusitis, tinnitus, which is the sound in your ears, like the whooshing or ringing, vertigo, Bell's palsy, trigeminal neuralgia, sleep apnea, snoring, head trauma, and it helps a whole bunch of different things for people. But we don't really target curing any disease or ailment. So how did that go?
Great.
What did you notice?
Cracking again. Left side was a little tough, but it's been probably 4 months, maybe 5 months since the last time I was here.
Yeah.
But it broke all the way through. There was some cracks. It's great.
And how's the breathing right now? Pretty good, right?
I love it. This is so good.
All right, good.
Yeah.
And was Floppy helpful?
Floppy is always helpful.
All right, good. Thank you so much. Watch her other videos, or at least her first video, right? Because that one was crazy.
I mean, even the people were saying that you look like Alien, the way that you were like on my face so hard trying to break it through. It was great. Yeah.
Well, good stuff.
Persistence is key.
Thank you so much. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Out of the one.
Yep. Good. Yep.